let's go back out on the road this fall, brought to you by our friends at Washington Trust. And say good morning to Ashley, who is live in Fall River over at the Lizzie Borden house. Oh my God, even the church bells are ringing. It's like right out of a movie.
Ashley, it must be so busy there this weekend.
Guys, right on cue, the creepy church bells went right as we were starting. I was like, oh my gosh, setting the scene. This is ominous, and I love every minute of it. We are here live this morning at one of the most notoriously haunted places, definitely in our area, but in the whole country. And I'm here with Jared, who's the general manager here at the Lizzie Borden house. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Happy October.
Happy October. As Jared said, every hour in October is really like 5 hours for him, so he has graciously got up early with us this morning to welcome us, if you will, to the Lizzie Borden house, which, you know, has been here as long as we've all been alive and super well known. But there are actually people who either don't really know what exactly happened here at the Lizzie Borden house or have never been. So for those of our viewers who are a little bit unfamiliar, tell us about the Lizzie Borden house.
Yeah, so it's home to a notorious double axe murder. Well, at least what we think is a hatchet or an axe or something like that. But we don't have a murder weapon. We don't know who did this. They think Lizzie Borden might have had something to do with it. But yeah, I mean, it's an age-old story, and it's an unsolved crime, and it's probably America's most notorious unsolved crime.
And because it's unsolved, do you think that's why to this day, every single year, you know, especially around October, people still flock to this house? Is it because that we don't know what happened, or do you think people truly think they do know what happened? What's the intrigue here?
Yeah, I think it's all of that. I think it's the unsolved nature of it. I think there's an energy about the house that keeps drawing people back. There's a paranormal aspect to it that people are interested in. There's the true crime element. There's the historical element of just coming to see a 19th century house. I think there's a lot that plays into it. I think Lizzie being the prime suspect and the figure that she was after her life, after the murders and everything, I think a lot plays into it.
There is so much with this story, so definitely research it on your own as well. But you can take a tour here. You can stay here. It is a very fully functioning, we just saw bed and breakfast. The folks are eating breakfast right now while we're here, so we're kind of being careful not to intrude on their experience. But I mean, there's lots of ways that people can come and visit it here.
Yeah, absolutely. So you can do a tour. We have 3 different tour offerings at any given time. We do special events here, so you know, we've got something for everyone. We've got our historical tours during the day, ghost walks at night, and then we have ghost hunts at, you know, 10 to midnight. So there's something here for everyone. And if you want to spend a night, it's a really cool, spooky experience. And also, you know, we got brand new beds, so it's comfortable too.
Yeah, there you go. You want to be comfortable while you're being, you know, haunted, obviously, which is perfect. And you actually have a little tie, a little family history here with the house. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so when I was a kid, my family helped manage the house under Martha McGinn, the original owner, when it opened up to the public. So, you know, whenever I'd stay home from school or something, I'd have to go spend the night at the Lizzie Borden house or, you know, spend the day there. So I had a good attendance record as a kid, as you can imagine.
That is a pretty good tie right there, a unique story. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Now, obviously, we're just getting started. We are going to head inside the house, so you want to stick around to learn a little bit more about what happened inside the house.
And it is time now to go back out on the road this fall, brought to you by Washington Trust. With Halloween, as we told you, just 3 short days away. Count them. A lot of us are getting ready to enjoy this spooky time of year right here in New England.
That's right, because we live in a great area for haunted historic homes like the Lizzie Borden house, where Ashley is spending her moment once again. So Ashley, look, I like the T-shirts. I like the bobblehead. There's a lot of great things at the Lizzie Borden house.
I'm frightened right now.
Yeah,
yes.
There's some good stuff here, guys. And actually, there is a gift shop, so I will have my eye out for you when we head back there later, because that bobblehead, right? I mean, so good. But we have made our way inside this morning. We're in the parlor. I am with Clay. He is one of the tour guides here at the Lizzie Borden house. Good morning.
Morning, morning. Hello, hello.
We are so excited to be here with you, and we chatted earlier a little bit about the history of the house. We're going to dig in a little bit more now. Tell us about the room that we're in and maybe a little bit about how your tours go here.
Yeah, so this room here is the parlor. It's where we start our tours usually. It's right by the front door, so we let people into here. It's a nice starting place. A lot of chairs and couches for people to sit on. Historically speaking, What I find me most interesting about this room is that it is where the funeral was held for Andrew and Abby Borden. Their caskets would have been right against this wall behind you here, one on the left, one on the right, heads against the wall. And what I find to be incredibly interesting is that it was actually an open casket funeral.
I didn't know any of that, so I'm genuinely reacting right now to that. Obviously very interesting, one, because the funeral was here in the house, but I guess that could have been what they did at the time. But more interesting that they did the open casket because, as we know, obviously they were brutally murdered.
Bit of an understatement. Yeah, they were not looking too pretty. Yeah, an open casket for those two.
Very interesting. Now, the house itself, this is the real house. We are in the home that it happened in. And much of what you'll see here are, you know, either replicas or they work for the time period, correct?
Yes. The majority of the furniture is pretty much not original. Woodworking and radiators do go back to the Borden's radiators were installed by Andrew himself. But Lizzie and Emma packed up the original furniture and never touched it again, and it just doesn't exist for us to have now as a result.
There's a lot to talk about within the whole house. As we mentioned earlier in the show, people can stay here. There are bedrooms upstairs. We won't see those today as there are actually guests in them right now. But the tours, do you see the whole home and everything that went on?
For our daytime tours, yes. We start on the first floor, go right upstairs into the second floor bedrooms, go all the way up to the third floor bedrooms and in the kitchen. And for a small extra fee, people can go in and even see the basement as well.
Now, in the, you know, for time's sake, we are going to move you along into a room that we have to see because this is actually where the father's murder took place. This is the sitting room or the living room. And as we mentioned, there are guests here right now, so we're trying to be respectful of them and their experience. But tell us about what happened here in the room.
Yeah, so Andrew Borden, who we have right here, was found murdered. He came home a little before 11 a.m. that morning from some errands. He was home maybe 20 minutes, and then Lizzie came in from the house after eating some pears in the barn, and Andrew was found murdered right there.
And that is exactly where it happened. Now folks can see this and learn much, much more about what happened in the house by coming and taking one of the tours with Clay, who will be here all day today. I'm imagining you're going to have a very busy day ahead of you. But stick around because we're still going to learn more about the house and meet the new owner coming up. Back to you.
Let's go back on the road this fall, brought to you by Washington Trust. As we creep a little closer to Halloween, we've been checking out a hauntingly historic home right across the border in Fall River. Ashley Erling's been at the Lizzie Borden house all morning, learning more about the history and what visitors can experience when they visit. And like you told us, there's going to be a lot of them this weekend.
There are going to be so many people here. The house is already full this morning with visitors, and now we've made our way into the gift shop where you can purchase some fun souvenirs from your trip. I am eyeing this EMF that measures activity. You can actually buy one of these or rent one while you're taking a ghost tour here and see if you can get some ghost activity on it. Personally, I'm into that. I also am a pretty big fan of this t-shirt. Don't make me axe you twice. They have fun here at the Lizzie Borden house, and I am here with the owner, Lance. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks so much for having us today. Bright and early. I know it's a busy month for you, so thanks for making time. And you guys really do have fun with the history here at the house.
Yes, it's important to us to make sure that every guest has a great time and learns something.
What made you want, you're a new owner to the home, what made you want to come in and take over here at the Lizzie Borden house? What was your interest there?
Well, I think it is a great honor to be able to take care of a property that has a very important role in American history as well as New England history. And that's really important because there's so many facets to the Lizzie Borden story in the house, from the trial to the murder to the story of a woman in the Victorian period. So there's so many facets of the story, and there's a lot to work with. So it's an honor to work with something with such a great heritage.
Did you already have an interest in the paranormal, or was it specifically this house or history in general? What kind of drew you here? Was it just a great opportunity at the time?
Yes, it seemed like a great opportunity at the time. I had not been to the Lizzie Borden house before, but U.S. Ghost Adventures, our parent company, does tours in over 50 cities across the United States, and so it seemed like a great opportunity to go into a place with such a history and heritage and also a reputation as the most haunted house in the United States to really move into that area. And it's been an absolute pleasure, and we built a great team since then.
And you were saying there are people from all over the world that come here to the Lizzie Borden house. You actually have a structure on the wall that shows all of the different people from the different countries that have been here. It's really exciting to see that kind of interest here in Fall River.
It is. We had a gentleman from Vietnam come last September, and he was doing a report on Lizzie Borden murders, and it's one of the most notorious unsolved murder mysteries in the United States, and of course it has that haunted reputation. We've also hosted people from India, Australia, so it really does have that global reach, and what you see on the wall really shows that global reach for the people that decide to put a sticker on there. But I think it's really neat to be able to visualize that reach.
And have you ever spoken to some of your guests who have either had an experience or something along those lines of when they're either staying over or taking a tour? I know you guys offer lots of different things here.
Yes, and that is one of the things that we're trying to record and document and do more towards doing that. So we have plans to do that, but most of the time, I would say 90% or more of the people that do have an experience here at the house, they don't talk about it, they leave. Maybe they were skeptics going into it and they're just digesting what may have happened. And so they might be worried about how they're perceived if they share the story of something strange happening. But we did get something caught on video that's on our YouTube channel and on our Facebook page that happened in August. So sometimes we do get to capture some amazing hauntings on video.
Well, if you want to check it out for yourself, you can. You can either visit the house or, like they said, check out their social channels and see for yourself, are you a skeptic or a believer? Back to you.